Hello coaches, welcome to this short video, little tutorial on the new athletic.net interface. I'm going to show you a little bit around this new system that they have. First of all, I've signed in and you can see my name up here. So I'm going to click on that and go to the Iolani High School homepage, which is to just click on this. Now you should have, most of you will have a high school and a middle school account. Some of you will have other accounts as well. But anyway, let's click on the XC High School account. And you'll see our schedule here, and there's one meet that's missing, and that's September 16th. And notice that the ILH has invited me as a team. So I'm going to go ahead and accept that to show you a little bit about it. So I'll accept. And once I accept it, you'll notice it comes right up here in green, right here. That means that we've been accepted and also that it's been confirmed on the ILH side. I'll go ahead and click on this. And notice that I can now register athletes right here. So if I click on register athletes, this is where things get a little bit different. There's a little change in how it looks. And notice here you have the boys roster. So we're going to just focus on the boys team for right now. So notice the whole rosters, or most of the rosters, in there. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have a couple different ways of filtering. This is a toggle filter. So for example, let's say I click on 9th grade, then only my 9th grade athletes will show up. Now if I click on 10th grade, you'll notice that 9th and 10th grade show up. And that's because this little button is like a toggle switch. So if I only want to see 10th, I need to go and click 9th grade off and keep the 10th grade on. The next thing I can do is I can look at the varsity 5,000 meters, for example here, and it still shows my entire roster. So now I want to segment this off just a little bit. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out look at just my 12th graders. So I have just the 12th graders in here, and I can very quickly select all of them for varsity. So I'm going to just click all of my varsity 12th graders because they have to be anyway. That worked really well. Now I'm going to take my 11th graders, and I'm going to pull out the 12th. So I'm just looking at 11th. Now I can pick a few of these that I'd like to see run varsity this week, maybe these two. I'm just making this up. And then Coach Jack's not going to like this very much, but that's okay. Now I'm going to close out my 11th and just look at 10th. Now click a couple of them. Oh, great. And 9th. Oh, nobody in 9th. Okay, great. Now I can click on the junior varsity. And what will happen, you'll notice over here it says in varsity. So you can actually sign somebody up for junior varsity. If you change your mind, notice it just takes them out of the varsity race. So that's kind of slick. But if you unclick this, notice it doesn't put them back in the varsity race. So be careful of that. And you know, if you check somebody off. Now notice this is a 12th grader, so they have to be in the varsity race. So I would click back to varsity, and I would click this person back in varsity, and then go back to junior varsity. And notice that Nick is now in the varsity race, so I won't click on this. Once again, it's a nice way to sort things out. I think it's a little bit faster than the drop-down menus that you used to have before. Sorting this by race, so you can sort it by race by clicking on these individual races, and then you can sort it by filter over here, so you can see that. Now, when you're finished, what's probably most appropriate when you're done registering your athletes, so let me just put a few more in there, and then I'll put my intermediates in there, and I'll put this 9th grader. Okay, there we go. So what I want to show now is I'm going to go back here and look at my 9th graders. And notice that I've only got 2 9th graders in races. So this is a great way for me to check my roster, make sure that the number of 9th graders that I have is matching with what I'm supposed to have on my roster, and what the people that I'm putting in races are highlighted. And this should help you on race day not to have too many changes, especially coming into that first meet or two where we have a lot of new athletes. It's a good way to check your roster against athletic.net. Well, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Also, down at the bottom, you can add athletes. It's pretty simple to do. That's a great way to just quickly add somebody to your roster on a day-to-day basis. I hope this helps a little bit. Good luck with all of your registering. See you on the I guess it's the 26th, something like that. Oh boy, coming up. Okay, see you then.